everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another live cooking show on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I'm glad you guys joined. You know, we have something really delicious today, a lot of flavor. You know, back in the day, I used to talk about pressure cookers a lot, and I love pressure cooking, but I used to talk about pounding your food with flavor with pressure cookers. But you know what? You can pound your food with flavor with air fryers too. So when we talk about steak and we talk about mushrooms, we also want to talk about a lot of flavor. And today we're going to do just that in the PowerXL combo unit. Now the PowerXL combo unit is fantastic because it's a grill, it's a slow cooker, it's an air fryer, it's everything in between. I won't get into the other 20 things that it can do. We'll talk about that another day. But it's an amazing unit, and I can't wait to show you how great the steaks and the mushrooms came out today. But what about that weather we had this weekend? Was that crazy? It was like, I don't know if you lived on the East Coast, but it was literally like 40 degrees in June. I don't know what the heck happened, but I was starting to worry. I was like, I've been reading all these reports about all these aliens, and I'm like, is something bad happening? Because I don't know. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a great week. And let me talk about the recipe today. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make skirt steak. Now, I love skirt steak. It's similar to flank. It's got so much flavor. Look at all the marbling on skirt steak. Now, skirt steak and flank steak have become incredibly expensive. I think because, you know, meat prices have been skyrocketing, but that's why you want to make sure that you cook them in the air fryer, because the air fryer literally turns off when you want it to, so you don't walk away and forget to take it out. So this way you're not going to ruin your steak. You're not going to overcook it. But anyway.
It happened on our grill a few weeks ago.
It did.
Not going to lie.
It's not going to lie. I overcooked something the other day. We had some company. I started chatting, and yeah, I wish my grill turned off automatically, but it doesn't. But anyway, we're going to do a dry rubbed skirt steak, and we're also going to do some really flavorful mushrooms. So let's talk about the rub that we're going to use for our skirt steak. So first, now I'm not going to measure you guys because I've made this a lot, but the recipe is posted. In fact, my friend Kevin, who did that amazing show open, by the way. Hey, Kevin, is there any way we can watch that show open again? I don't know. I love it. I never had a show open before, so it's so cool. I don't know. Kevin will let us know, and he'll just run it whenever he's ready. But I want you guys to see because it's so cool. It's our new streaming system that we have, and we're going to be doing streams live on Facebook and YouTube and eventually Twitter and all the other social media platforms. So that's going to be really fun. So if Kevin runs that, that's going to be fun. You guys can check it out. If not, I'm just going to get right into the recipe. So we're going to start with ground ginger. What a flavor powerhouse. So like I said, the recipe is going to be posted. So you'll just see me just eyeball it, but that's okay. And you can do it this way too eventually. Once you make it once or twice, you'll never have to measure again. So now I'm going to put garlic powder, another flavor powerhouse. Now this is the flavor powerhouse aroma. This is Chinese 5-spice, you guys. It is an unbelievable flavoring. It pounds your food with flavor, even if you just use a little bit. So kind of equal parts of this too.
Eric? Let's tell them.
Well, what's great about this is it's kind of like salty, sweet, and sour all at once. It's kind of amazing. It's fennel, it's cinnamon, it's cloves, it's star anise, it's peppercorns. So it's all of those flavors mixed into one. They call it Chinese 5-spice. You can literally get it at any supermarket. It's very available. You don't even have to go to an Asian market. Okay, so here's the sweet. Now I'm going to put in some brown sugar. Now the brown sugar, we have the salty, we have the sweet, we have all those amazing flavors. If you guys ever bake, you know what star anise is like. It's a delicious flavor.
Eric, quick question about
Yeah.
the skirt steak.
Yeah.
Is it a tender cut? That's from
Yes.
Profovich.
Yes. Yes. And let me tell you something. back in the day, skirt steak and flat iron and flank steaks. They were sort of like the undesirables. Everybody wanted the porterhouses and the T-bones and things like that. This marbling is absolutely unbelievable. And even if you like your steak a little bit more to the well, everybody's like, don't eat your steak. Well, listen, you should eat your steak however you like it. But this steak will hold up to that as well because it's got fantastic marble all the way through. It is become, I'm not going to lie, it's become incredibly expensive. But if you are having a special steak night and you don't want to have that kind of New York strip or the filet mignon, go for skirt steak. It is absolutely delicious. And you know what else is nice about it? It's very thin. It's a thin cut steak. Now it does vary. You can see here I have various cuts. It's sort of how it comes. But it is a thin steak, so it cooks very quickly. So even in the air fryer, you only need to cook it, sometimes about 10 minutes on each side. So I do recommend steak. Skirt steak is one of my favorites. And in fact, I want to say it's become my family's favorite. Wouldn't you say, Jess?
Yeah, oh gosh. We asked for it now.
I know. Now I'm like, ooh. I wish they like chuck roast because it's so expensive. Anyway, so here's our dry rub right here. You can see how beautiful that color is. And then what I do is I take it and I pour it all over the steak. Now, I always tell everybody with dry rubs, please make extra. Because if you like this rub, you'll want to make it again. And it's so nice to be able to just throw it in a bottle. I buy these bottles on Amazon right here. And these bottles are great because you can make your own spice rubs. Last week I posted some of my favorite rubs that I like to use. And here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this rub all over the steak. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is just let it sit. You want to let it sit, come to, like a room temperature right out of the fridge, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Let all those flavors soak in. And then I want you to flip it and do it again on the other side. And I'm not going to do that now, but I will do it later. That's what it looks like. Let it marinate in that dry rub for a little while.
Christine Broll would like to know what size is that pan you just used for the steak?
Oh.
What type of pan is it?
So I love sheet pans, you guys. So there's whole sheet pans, like, giant ones that they use at the restaurant. Half sheet pans, which are, would fit in a standard oven. This is a quarter sheet pan. And then they even make eighth sheet pans. Now the eighth sheet pans actually fit into all of our PowerXL products. They're amazing. So if you find eighth, they're called eighths. This is a quarter, which is a beautiful size. I use these for everything from prep to cooking in the oven. You buy it with a rack. See the rack here? And it just allows air circulation. So when you put like a steak to marinate in your fridge, it's not flat on the bottom. And let me tell you, just everything is better on those pans with the dividers in them.
Eric, this is kind of fun. We're streaming to YouTube as well today.
Yay!
Some YouTube people come.
Hey, YouTube, what's up?
So I just wanted to give a little shout out.
I love shout outs to YouTube. Who do we got?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, this is new to us today, too. We got a new show open. We got graphics flying around.
Everything's flying by me, but I saw that.
All right. So, well, hello, YouTube people, whoever you may be. Hopefully you're, didn't see the part about the aliens, because I don't want to scare anybody the first time they're seeing me. But there has been a lot of reports of aliens lately. It's kind of freaking me out. All right, so let's talk about the second part of what we did. Now, that steak, after it marinated, I would put it into the air fryer, and I would cook it for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes per side, 8 minutes per side, depending on how thick it is. But we're going to make mushrooms with it, too. So this is the marinade that we're going to use for our mushrooms. So we're going to use balsamic vinegar, which, remember what I said when we started? We're pounding our food with flavor. Here's another flavor powerhouse, horseradish.
Yum.
Horseradish and balsamic vinegar go together like chocolate and peanut butter in my mind. Then we're going to add some olive oil, just 2 or 3 tablespoons, depending on how much you want to make. Another flavor powerhouse, soy. Now we have balsamic vinegar, horseradish, soy sauce, olive oil, and then we're going to get into more ginger. I'm using a ground ginger. You can use fresh ginger, which would be even better. And I'm going to use garlic powder again. So I'm not going to put that Chinese 5-spice in this because we already have an amazing amount of flavor in here. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit more horseradish in because I like a lot of horseradish. You guys can adjust the horseradish as you see fit.
And this is going to be for the mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I did is these are Baby Bellas. You can use buttons.
Hi, Baby Bella.
Hi, Baby. I love saying Baby Bella. So we're going to put this right into the marinade. And then I'm just going to toss it around. Now, the recipe is there, you guys. It's posted after the live. But as you see the graphics fly by, you know what? If you could share this to your page, that would be amazing. Send it to a friend. This way, you can always refer back to it. You'll see the graphics. You'll see the ingredients. You'll hear me blathering on about how I love mushrooms and how you want to just let these sit in this marinade for probably about 10 minutes. So you'd be cooking the steaks right now. While the steaks are cooking, they finish. You take the steaks out. Remember, steaks always like to rest a little while after they're cooked. Once they've rested, you want to take the steaks out, drop the mushrooms in. Cook
Into the air fryer.
Into the air fryer. So the steaks are resting, the mushrooms are cooking. You finish the mushrooms, and here is what you get when you're done.
Ooh.
So I combined them both. Now I'm just going to give myself a little room
Tasty.
while Jesse gets you some good shots of the food. Now the skirt steak is making my stomach do flips.
Seriously?
I'm just going to just a little bit of salt on top because I can't help myself.
Real.
All right, so I cleaned up sufficiently. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our cutting board, and I'm going to sort of just make a plate right here on my cutting board so you guys can see what everything looks like together. I'm going to break out my... Now, guys, I like my steak a little bit on the rarer side. Rarer, I like to say. Rare. Is that a word?
No. Well, it is, but the way you said it was weird.
See, my wife, Jessie, she's a English master's degree teacher. So I'm always getting yelled at for my Jersey accent coming out. Sorry.
He's exaggerating.
I'm always getting yelled at.
You are not always getting yelled at.
All right, so let's see. Now, I was talking a really long time, so hopefully I didn't overcook my steaks.
Yeah.
Let's see how they look inside.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Look at this.
That's perfect.
Now, this skirt steak, I'm telling you. Now, this is a little over for me, to be honest. But I'm telling you,
Rarer.
I like it rarer. But look how gorgeous that is. This steak is so well marbled, it is going to make your eyes tear. So as I'm cutting it, you can see all of the juices just squirting out. And then what I did is I added just some yellow tomato because I just wanted to make a little bit pretty color here. And then all of that flavor, the horseradish, the balsamic, the Chinese 5-spice, the soy sauce, the garlic, the ginger, all of those flavors are popping through. And I want to say, I think we duly pounded our food with flavor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take I did some chopped fresh ginger. And then I want an additional dose of chopped fresh ginger on top of that.
Goodness gracious.
All right.
You're not playing.
So I'm not playing today.
God.
I said I wanted to pound my food with flavor, and I think I did.
You
And
did.
listen, you want to pound your food with flavor too. But you see, I didn't use a ton of ingredients, right? I used ingredient powerhouses
Yes.
like horseradish, like Chinese 5-spice. If you've never used it, if you're someone who likes Chinese food, if you've ever eaten, just try it. Try a little bit. You will absolutely love it. So when you combine it with all these other flavors, you guys, you have a nice simple dinner that didn't take a lot. You see, I put it together in 4 minutes. And, it takes about a half hour to cook all together between the steaks and the mushrooms. But it's definitely worthy.
Oh, we have a lot of people saying hi, Eric.
Hi.
Time for that?
Yes.
Timothy Adubado says that looks very
Ooh.
good.
I'm not sure I do.
I know,
Say that
don't
name.
try. Patty Robley said I like it like that too. Rarer.
Yeah. My son will like this one. I'll cook these rarer for me.
Whitney Espinoza said, I just got this air fryer. Super excited to try some recipes in there.
Oh, that's great. So this is a
Got
new
this
recipe.
one, the combo.
This is a brand new recipe. Now I'm writing another cookbook for air fryers. That's going to be coming out in the fall, late fall. So this is just one of the recipes that I tested. I figured I would do it today for the live and see if you guys liked it. But I do think it's got a lot of flavor. So if you don't like a lot of flavor, don't cook this.
Dolores Beef said, I got my Toss and Go cookbook. I am looking forward to trying out some of your great recipes.
Aw, thank you. You know, the Toss and Go is available on Amazon, and I believe it might be at QVC as well. So I appreciate that, Dolores. Thank you.
And Rose Reckus said, for some reason, skirt steak is so expensive all of a sudden.
I know.
And you were saying that earlier.
I know. So let me just tell you, let me bring this over here. So who's that? Rose said that?
Yeah.
So just this one piece, this is probably about a half a pound. This was $20. Now,
Yeah, just the one piece.
I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just saying, like, 2 years ago, it wasn't $20. So something is going crazy with the meat prices. I know there's been some problems with the supply chain, but that's for another show.
I have some names from YouTube that I've gathered here. Say hi to Kim Melvin.
Hey, Kim Melvin, welcome from YouTube.
Laura from YouTube.
Hey, Laura from YouTube.
And Anthony from YouTube.
Anthony, what's up?
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's so exciting to have a live stream on YouTube. I haven't done that before. And, you know, it just kind of started on YouTube a little bit. So I'm excited to meet all of you YouTubers.
Mary Poole said, thank you for your perfect roast. I made it for Memorial Day for my dad. It came out amazing.
Oh, awesome. And you know what? If your dad likes it, then that's, thank God, because their dads are hard, aren't they? My dad is really hard.
Cheryl Bull said, yum, yum. Everything's going up in price, though.
Oh, I know. It's
true.
crazy, you guys.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of action here, but like I said, some of them I didn't get to call everyone out.
Well, that's mean, Jessica.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you guys, I hope you'll try the recipe. Like I said, it's a new one, brand new recipe from a new cookbook that I'm testing recipes now. So what a great way to test recipes than to do a live cooking show with brand new recipes. I think this is a fun one. You can do it in the PowerXL combo, or you can do it in any air fryer. Of course, I'm always going to tell you the PowerXL air fryers are the best. But listen, if you have your own air fryer, you can make it in that as well. And if you don't have an air fryer, you guys, you can make it in an oven. I can always help you adjust the recipes if need be. So, I hope you don't see any of those aliens this week. I'm just telling you, I've been reading a lot of stories about aliens this week. I don't know why. But I hope you will join me next Thursday at 4 o'clock. I'm so excited that we have new graphics. I'm so excited that we're streaming on YouTube and other social media sites. It's going to be a lot of fun to meet all the new people out there. See you next week, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.